we're set to get this underway. The Faribault Falcons left to right, the Century Panthers right to left on your radio dial. Tap controlled by Rochester Century as Deeg gets it to Ullman. They've been playing a long time together on this team. I remember Ullman playing as an 8th grader. He's a senior now, number 32 on the screen. There's a triple. It's no good. Rebound taken down by nobody yet, and he stepped out of bounds. So a turnover on the first possession by Century, who did have I saw him, a young man, turn his ankle in warm-ups. I don't know if it was a starter or not. He had a warm-up on. As the Faribault Falcons come up the floor, Mohamed Bidet is a sophomore. He'll bring it across midcourt. The Panthers not putting any real pressure on. They're playing man-to-man defense here. By that I meant full court pressure. So he'll inbound it. They do have a person on the inbounds passer. He'll bounce it in. Gets it to Schultz, the sophomore, at the volleyball attack line. Two-hand chest pass on the right side. It was dropped but picked up again there by Vogelsberg, the sophomore. Faribault being very patient, and that's what they're going to have to do to stay in this game. This Panther team can score, as evidenced by the 107 they rolled up last night. Here's a floater up. It's short. Rebound taken down by Century. Coming flying up the floor is the Panthers. Jamali missed the little floater, and that was an air ball layup, which you don't see every day of the week. And so Faribault gets possession again. No score. About a little over a minute into the game as Faribault having a hard time here because Century didn't put on full court pressure that time. Here's a free throw line shot. That's good. Made by Ohm. Ryan Ohm, the full court pressure, and Faribault's going to have trouble with this. Yep, there's another almost turnover. Pass goes down the floor. They should get a layup out of this, and they do get a layup out of this to the Faribault Falcons as Bo Schroetz scored. Century likes to up speed style, so here's a triple that's short. Rebound comes back to Century on the long board. Faribault's got to go on the floor, get after balls, do the little things. They want to stay in this game. Pass goes on the baseline. Shots up by Ohm again. He's got such a sweet shot. He got 4, and it's 4-2 Century. Again, they're putting on the full court trap. They're backing off the trap right now. I love teams that don't do the same thing all the time. Nice pass in the corner for 3. It almost banked in, but it goes, oh my, they're giving the ball to the Faribault Falcons. 4-2, Panthers lead it, 15:46 to go in the half. Vogelsberg inbounds it in the corner. Here's a 3, and it's good. Midday hits the tray. Name was made for it, wasn't it? So it's 5-4, Falcons lead. Pass goes in the post, shots up, and a little hook. It is made by Sean Jacobson. He's a senior. Again, here's another turnover on that press. As Century, I don't think they'd like necessarily to have to run a lot of offense. Underneath, there goes the shot. They're going to call a foul on Bidet as he did try to block, and he elevated and couldn't avoid coming down on top of the shooter. So at the free throw line for Century, missing the first one, is Sean Wysocki. He's a junior. Second one's good. Rips the nylon. Again, Faribault, this full court pressure, and again the pass dribbles off the ankles and rolls out of bounds, and Faribault got lucky there. You don't want to beat this by trying to dribble. And you want somebody planted in the middle of the floor, I would think. Coming up at the middle of the floor is Madej. Fake the pass inside, gets it to Vogelsberg. Vogelsberg dribbles to his right, and the ball's deflected out of bounds. Century very good at getting in those passing lanes. Rochester Century leads at 7-5, and this is about the pace Faribault needs. Madej shoots another tray, and it's good. Well, if he gets super hot, anything can happen. Falcons up 8-7. As Century brings the ball up right to left on your radio dial. Here's a shot from three. It almost banked in. It was actually a little off, and we have a foul on Century on the rebound.
Century foul number 21. Eli Thompson is first. First team foul on Century.
Again, they're not putting the gripping press on, which I'm surprised at, to be quite honest. They still nearly turn the ball over, the Falcons left to right. Looking to dribble, penetrate in the lane. Shot was blocked, and they're going to call a travel. Well, I don't know about that one. I don't know that he had control at the time that he thought he traveled. In any event, it's 8-7. 2 turnovers now for Faribault. If they can hold their turnovers under 10 in this half, that would be something. 8-7. Falcons lead it with 13:48 to go in the half. Cutting through the lane. There's that shot again. It's off iron. No good. Rebound taken out by Madej. Madej wants to go. He'll bring it up across the black timeline. He'll pass it in the corner to Vogelsberg. Left side. Out top of the key. They go with the basketball to Schultz. Schultz is a very good shooter. Hit some threes down in Albert Lee. Pass goes across to Vogelsberg. Back, here's a three by Schultz. Typically he hits those. He was not square to the basket that time, though, and Century's going to bring it up the floor. That was the old Kosfeld jinx is what that was. The broadcaster jinx. It's a reality. It's a real thing. Wysocki, we got bodies flying, and where they go, they're going to call an offensive foul. Wow. Wysocki gets called for the offensive foul. Century is coached by Jacob Vetter, assisted by Ryan Holm to dictate the pace. So we'll see if that happens. They're putting the press on again. They want to trap in the corner, so you got to be quick with the ball if you're Faribault. Bounce pass over to Schultz, and then they back off. Schultz is going to bring it up near sideline. They double him. That was a nice pass, I thought, and it's going to say they off Madej. Faribault has their third turnover. Running right with Madej that time for Century was Jacob Wills. He's a junior inserted in the lineup here. He's bringing the ball up as Ohm, guarded by Madej. Ohm, between the legs dribble. He's at the volleyball attack line. Wysocki, there's baseline. Nice pass into the young man underneath who just came into the contest, and he missed it. Came up short. Faribault's doing a nice job defensively here early. Schultz bounces it top. They swing it back to Schultz. The game for Faribault is, of course, Bo Schrodt. Schrodt looks to dribble, penetrate. He'll hand it off on the left wing. Wanted to back down that time was Faribault's Gemelli. There's a pass underneath Schrodt. He got trapped. Here's a three by Vogelsberg. Missed it. Madej back up and in, and he's fouled. I'm telling you, Madej's having a day here early. He's already got 8 of his team's 10 points, and the Falcons are still ahead with 11:54 to go in the half. Madej hits this free throw. They'll have a 4-point lead. Coach Vetter looks a little concerned as he's pacing in front of the Century bench. Coach Hildebrandt, arms crossed, is in front of the Falcon bench as he Sees Madej, missed the free throw. Ball's back, tapped out, taken down by Wysocki. And you want to be able to hit your free throws. Century. Remember the coach said, let's up the pace, and there's a three. In the flow of the offense for Century by Reed Weckworth. Wysocki just got whistled for his second foul, trying to get a steal, and he'll have to head to the cushion. Oh, they don't have cushion chairs here. That's right, they're plastic here at Faribault High School. Virtually everybody has cushion chairs. Here's a triple by Madej again, and he was guarded that time. So he probably won't get too many more open looks. Century has tied the game. We're at 10 apiece. Coach Hildebrandt encouraging his team to get their arms up. Pass goes out top of the key, looking in the, that was almost travel. Right wing. Ohm has it. He'll back up. Again, he has Madej. There's a screen. He'll use the screen for an instant. There's a switch. Schultz goes out on Ohm. Faribault again, D'ing it up pretty well. Staying in front of their guy. Here's a three, and it's no good. Rebound's going to be tracked down in the corner, and the ball rolls away from the rebounder. It's a turnover by Rochester Century. Looked like he was bowling for dollars there. As coming up the floor is Schultz. Pass on the right wing. Goes right through the hands of Vogelsberg. Faribault turns it right back over, their fourth turnover. Is Jal Geets going to check in?
Into the Faribault lineup, number 33, Joel Geets.
He's got some size about him. They don't have the heights on the roster here. But he's got to be, I'm trying to remember from football, 6'5", 3-something, weight-wise. He's a big boy. Ohm on the right side, delightful out of passers when he comes out. We always enjoy it. Running to the basket. That was a nice play, and a blocking foul is going to be called, I think, on Vogelsberg. So Weckworth scores. He's got 5 already since coming in. Wish I could remember. He might have been the guy that turned his ankle in the warm-ups. Can't swear on that. He's got 6 points. Vogelsberg got the foul. I forgot to mark that down. Geek gets the ball and gets his miss and puts it back up and in. He can be an absolute load. He, of course, had double digits in Albert Lee, the other game we broadcast earlier this season. 13-12, Panthers lead it. Falcons are hanging with them. Here's a triple. It's good by Weckworth. He's got 2 of those. He's got 9 points already. And a steal, and Ohm gets the bucket. That's what that press can do to you. It can get you points in a hurry. And now they're going to say out of bounds was the dribbler, and another turnover by Faribault. So far, they have not scored a lot of points off these turnovers, but that could change in a hurry. 18-12, Century leads it. And let's hope they don't get to a Century. Ohm out front. Here's a triple. Oh my gosh. That was from a foot inside the volleyball attack line. My word. Well, you tip your hat to a guy who does that. Coach Hildebrandt had that timeout. We'll see what he does. Maderi's going to bring the ball up. They want to trap him as he gets across the timeline. Smartly throws it before he gets to the cross there. Vogelsberg swings the pass over to Schultz. Back to Vogelsberg out top. And they'll just keep going. Keep the pace the way they want it. Century is in a zone now. Here's a triple by Vogelsberg. They're daring Faribault to shoot from outside, and he couldn't make it. Rebound was taken out by Weckworth. Ohm wanted to get an attack mode, but Derry doing a nice job staying in front of him. Now he switches on Weckworth. Ohm in the lane, kicks it in the corner. Here's an open triple, and it's bottom of the net. That's the fourth triple in this half as Diedrich hits it. Looking to drive baseline is Faribault. They're shut off double team there. And the guy's in big time trouble in the corner. That was Schroet. You don't want to be stuck in a corner because the sideline and the end line are like other defenders. Coach Hildebrand telling him to move the ball. Here's a long three. He can hit it, but it rims out. Getting the rebound again is Weckworth. Schultz tried a straight-on three from the top of the key for Faribault. Not able to connect. 7:42 to go here in the first half. As Ohm has it on the block, posting up. He does a fadeaway and scores. That was a difficult shot. Again, you tip your hat to a guy who can do that. Ohm's got 8. Conclusion of our game, we'll have our Cashwise Foods delivery of the game is going to the basket on the baseline. Doing a nice job to get that baseline move from the left side was James Wellborn. Second free throw's made. It's 26-13 in favor of the Century Panthers. Looking to dribble penetrate Century, and there's a body collision and an offensive foul. Yeah, he did leave his feet, and typically they get you the charge. Going to be on Weckworth. Third turnover by Century. If Faribault, you really got to take advantage of all of these turnovers. This is like a, maybe not quite David Goliath. It would be a great comparison, but floating the basket, missing it at Maderi. And Coach Hildebrand wanted a longer possession than that. Wysocki gets it in the corner. Weckworth, top of the key for three, is another one. It's no good. Rebound taken out by Schroet. He gets it to Schultz, who will bring the ball up. He quickly got it in the court, up the court. Vogelsberg in the lane, throws up a floater. It's no good. Rebound taken down by Century as Wysocki gets it. Wysocki, remember, has a couple of fouls up the far sideline, gets in the corner, under the basket, wide open layup. Got to get between your man and the basket. As scoring for the Panthers that time, the layup. They've got a good mix of threes and layups in this game. Was Jacob Wills. Schultz looks to dribble penetrate, backs up, bounces it to Schroet. Schroet goes under the basket, tried to muscle it up and got blocked out of bounds. Century will bring in Jack Eustace. He's a junior. Where's number 5 on his uniform? As Maderi looks to inbound it, he'll lob it. I don't know where he was throwing that ball, but it's intercepted. I mean, there was not a person near the ball that was wearing green. Pass comes out front for Rochester Century. They're up by 15 already. It was 13-10 at one point. Here's a three, and it's no good. Rebound taken down by nobody yet. Wysocki somehow saved it by the end line, or the sideline. Now they're calling it travel. It's a fourth turnover by Century. The coach is shaking his head. I don't think he agreed with the call. Now he takes a seat. He's up. His team's up by 15 and seems to be in control. Schrodt in the paint, bounces it out to Schultz. They want to have good possessions, but he tripped past to it. He wasn't expecting it. It's another turnover going in for the layup. Missed it, but a foul's going to be called on Schultz.
Foul number 0 for Schultz, first, third team of Falcons. Line was entry number 4, Jacob Willis.
I was talking about this earlier today. I don't know what's happened to the two-hand chest pass that we used to be taught when I was a kid, but you don't see many of those anymore. Free throw is good. Wills is at the line, and you know what they say, where there's a will, there's a way. Up to a 16-point Century lead. He missed the second one. He knew he was going to miss it. He went flying in, and we're going to have a foul on Century. One more, and Faribault's in the bonus, and boy, could they use that. Or was that their 7th? Maybe the board was off by, well, yes, it was. Well, they're going to call a double foul here, it looks like. Well, that's interesting. Maderi just got whistled for a technical foul. Now Schultz is going to shoot the technical for Faribault. Maderi wants to know why he got a technical, and he has a right to know. Oh, man. Schultz missed the free throw badly, and he's usually a really good free throw shooter. Faribault has not hit a free throw in their home gym. They're 0 for 2. And now Ohm will go down and shoot free throws, and you can probably put these right down in your scorebook. If he makes them, he'll have double digits. Yep. Just like he's shooting them in his driveway. 30-13 Century. It was 13-10 at one point. That's how quick they can score points. That's why I say tempo is such a... down at the radio station. My direct number is 333-4214. Area code 507-333-4214. Ohm has the ball for Century, right to left. He'll pass it out to the volleyball attack line to Diedrich. Now looks like Century's taking a little time here, which kind of surprises me. Eustace dribbles from one end of the side of the floor to the other, now over to Diedrich. Diedrich stops just under the free throw line, throws a pass across the lane, and they called a foul.
Triple fouls on number 12 for Wool. His first 15 Falcons.
Well, the roster here says Wellborn. That's not what he's saying, the announcer. From 3, it's good by Diedrich. He's got a couple of trays. Pass goes right through the hands of the intended recipient. It's another turnover by Faribault. They have 9 now. I said if they could keep it under 10, that'd be nice. 3 minutes, 50 seconds to go. A couple of misses. Trying to go back up was Wysocki, and he'll be fouled. You're going to call it on Schrodt. So now they're in the bonus. At least I thought they were. I guess they're not. So Ohm will inbound it. I guess they're right. There's 6 fouls. Here's Ohm for 3. Missed it. Rebound was back tapped out. Shots blocked by Faribault's Wellborn is what it says on my roster. And then it went off of Century out of bounds. So that's a turnover, number 5. Schultz will bring it up. He's telling people to please, please come help me. And another deflection and another steal. because they get in those passing lanes quick. Here's a triple, and it's no good. Rebound tipped up in the air. Nobody's got it yet, and then it's chased down. Nice job by Faribault's Vogelsberg to chase it down. He'll bring it up the floor, scoop it to Schultz. 34-13, Century leads it. Vogelsberg's at the volleyball attack line. It's a screen from Wellborn. Gets the ball back. Looks to dribble penetrate. Now in the right corner to Schrodt. Schultz spun to the basket. He's double teamed. Right wing to get it to Schultz. Century just has the old vice grip on here. Pass in the corner. Maderi, who hit a couple of threes here in the first half, not on the floor. Vogelsberg is wide open. He'll get the ball back. Tosses it over to Schultz. Schultz looks to dribble penetrate. Gets in there and scores. Nice quick move. His first basket. He's our leading scorer. He's got 2 points. 34-15 is the score. The Panthers of Rochester Century lead. Ohm has been running point for Century, as I said, since he was an 8th grader. There's a 3, no good. Rebound taken down. Great board there by Schultz between two Panthers. He'll bring it up. He looks to get to the basket again. Does a nice job as the defender flew by. The defender thought he was pushed. I did not see a push. It's 34-17. As Eustace brings the ball up with a right-handed dribble. Minute 55 to go in the half. Faribault could cut this to 14 or less. That'd be nice. Here's Eustace for 3. We got a foul called again. Is going to be on Wellborn. His second. Free throw's good. This is Weckworth. This makes this. He's got 13 points. Minute 48 to go in the half. It's 36-17. So they've more than doubled them on the scoreboard. As Vogelsberg bounces it. Faribault Schrodt has it right around the free throw line. He'll hand the ball off to Jamali. They get it in the corner. Schrodt back out to Vogelsberg. They want to be patient here. This is the way they have to play. And look for an open shot. Schrodt goes down the lane, dumps it in the corner to Vogelsberg, who throws up a floater. It comes up short. Rebound taken down by Ohm, and he's off to the races. Ohm sidesteps Schultz, goes in the lane, kicks it in the corner for 3, and it's in and out, no good. Rebound taken down by Jamali. Now Schultz stops right around the volleyball attack line with his team down 36-17. Jamali being guarded by, again, they're right on their offensive player as Ohm tried to get the steal, and nice job that time. Schultz not letting him get the ball, kind of screened him away from it. Well, Schultz will inbound it. Gets it to Jamali. Dribbles to his left. Bounces it in the lane to Wellborn. Wellborn turnaround jumper short. Rebound taken down by Century. As Jacobson comes out of there with it. Diedzek lowered the shoulder, and it is an offensive foul. Not much question about that one. His second. He was driving the basket, and he lowered the shoulder like a fullback. Eustace is going to check in for him. This game started out, Faribault led much of the first few minutes of this game. But boy, they can sure turn it on, and they got a lot of turnovers in a row, and they scored off of them, and ever since they haven't looked back. A nice move in the... That was Jamali. As out front, here's a long 3. It's no good, and that's the buzzer. Well, Faribault had the ball to start the second half. They have a turnover in their first possession, a travel. And so Century's Ulm will bring it again left to right across the big green F logo. Big 9 Conference at the free throw line. Falcon logos on each sideline. And Wysocki missed a layup. Shots up, and Mederi's going to get his third foul. So things have not started here in this half the way Coach Hildebrandt would want them to. Missing the first free throw badly is Eli Thompson. Second one's good. So, Mederi stays in the game with his 3 fouls. Vogelsberg, top of the key. I mean, he almost has to. They're down by that much. Schrodt has it. Schrodt fakes one way, goes the other, drops it off for Jamali. Now on the left side, they go with it to Vogelsberg. Vogelsberg loses the defender and missed the layup. Rebound's going to be taken down by the Panthers. Wysocki bounce pass under the basket, layup good. And that wasn't a wide open layup. I mean, it wasn't as open as Vogelsberg as Thompson scores his first hoop. And it's 39-19, a 20-point bulge as Faribault turns it over again. Going in for the layup is Thompson. It's 41-19. They've scored on every turnover this half. And that's what they do. That's why you can't turn the ball over. Schrodt has it. Vogelsberg, left side. Schultz for 3. It's no good. No green jerseys under the basket to get that rebound. There's Wysocki. Passes on the left wing. A long triple. It's good. Bottom of the net. Dijic, his third triple. Mederi will inbound it to put on the pressure, up 44-19. Pass comes in. They get it back to Mederi. Mederi, this is what they want Faribault to do, though, and that's what happened. They get a turnover because going a little faster than they're capable of. I only had 10 turnovers in the first half. It felt like more than that for Faribault, but now they're up to 14. That's almost as many as points. As Century walks the ball up, 44-19, they lead it. They scored 107 the other night at Albert Lee. And Albert Lee just played Northfield really tough. There's a push-off. It'll be an offensive foul. He says no way, but it was. He being Sean Jacobson. The pressure is put on, up 44-19. 15:25 to go in the game. Ball's knocked away. He gets the ball in to Wellborn up the far sideline, throws it ahead. Vogelsberg goes in. Geet did a nice block, but he didn't take it right to the basket. He could have, and Geet couldn't get the rebound and go out of bounds off Century. Faribault has not scored yet. We're almost 3 minutes into the half. That's the kind of team that Century has. They can really, this team could make some noise come playoff time, although they're in a tough section with Lakeville schools. Vogelsberg passes across to Mederi. Gets it on the right side. Of course, Faribault's section's pretty stacked too with ranked teams. As Mederi looks to dribble penetrate, shoots, it's blocked by Wysocki. They throw it all the way down the floor. It ended up in the air for a second. Wysocki ends up with it, goes in the lane, shoots the shot, misses. Rebound taken down by Wellborn. He'll hand it over to Schultz. Schultz brings it across midcourt with a right-handed waist-high between-the-leg dribble. Now he'll pass it over to Mederi, and Wysocki stole it. Another turnover. They just know how to get in those passing lanes. We're going to have Well, Century's going to, no, Faribault's going to have the ball out of bounds. No, Century's going to have the ball out of bounds. Dijic on the block to Wysocki. Mederi's got those 3 fouls. Here's a triple. It's in and out and back in again. As Jacobson hits his second triple. There's a layup. As Schultz hits the layup. Did a nice job by Geet to run some interference for him. And we're going to have a foul here on the Falcons. So Thompson's at the free throw line. And he swishes it. By the way, in the first half, Faribault was 1 for 3 from the free throw line. And Century... he made one, missed one. Geet gets the rebound. Mederi's going to walk it up, and Century wants to trap him. As soon as he gets across the timeline, he does. Geet gets the ball back to Mederi. Mederi a dribble down the sideline. You don't want to go down there. He's going to throw up a really long 3, come up short. Rebound Wellborn. Wellborn tries to get it underneath the Deet, and it goes out of bounds. It's another turnover. 7th of this half. 17th of the game, 48-21 Century. And that really is the main difference in this game. First part of this game, Faribault really was D'ing up well. They were staying in front, moving their feet. But the turnovers, and then, it just kind of sinks the shoulders. Bounce pass by Eustace. Vogelsberg going to get called for a foul here. Basketball's a little bit like football. You could really call a foul on virtually any play. I guarantee there's holding going on every play in football somewhere. Bounce pass comes as he comes down the lane. It's knocked out of bounds. Good job by Vogelsberg there to challenge that ball as they tried to get it to Wills. Geet's covering him. Here's a 3. The young man that hit some 3s missed it. Rebound Wills. He'll go to the free throw line. And he was the smallest guy there. In terms of girth. So Schultz going to check in. Schultz is going to get a breather. And Jabali checks in. As he makes the free throw to make it a 3-point play the old-fashioned way, does Wills. He's got 11. Pass goes in the lane. Wellborn, nice shot, but he missed it. He gets his miss, wanted to go back up. Nope. It's rebounded by Wills. Pass goes up ahead to Wysocki, and he traveled. First turnover this half by Century. 51-21. What was a 3-point lead at one point is now 30 by Century. You're wondering, 30, we would have running time if it gets over 35. Mederi across midcourt, bounce pass, Wellborn, right side. There's a 3, it's no good. Rebound, Schroet goes back up off glass and scores. Nice job by Bo Schroet. He's got 4. As Holm brings the ball up. In Mederi's got 3 fouls. I'm surprised he isn't just trying to take him to the rack. We got an offensive foul on Weckworth. It's kind of priceless. I don't know if the coach is shaking his head because of the offensive foul or he didn't agree with the call. Mederi brings it up. Again, they try to trap him. As soon as he gets across that timeline, they passes in the corner. They got away with it. Vogelsberg, again, they're trapping the ball. I mean, somebody's got to flash the basket when any time you see a double team. Going to the basket, shots up, it's no good. Rebound taken down. Schrodt just muscles it back up, and I guess it was blocked. Coming up the floor, Eustace lobs it for the dunk. Wysocki didn't get the dunk, but he gets a athletic shot. He's got a few points. Pass underneath. Jamali scores. He got a little bunny. 53-25, but if you're Faribault, you can't afford to be trading baskets here. You want to get some stops. Going right to the basket is Ohm. My opinion. I guess some people might be able to undercook them or something, but their omelets are fantastic. As Mederi brings it up right to left on your radio dial, Vogelsberg, Jamali, Schrodt. As Schrodt gets the ball, the guy lands on his, and the guy is Joe Ohm, lands on his back. Or Ryan Ohm, I should say. Joe did it, it would be something. So Schrodt's at the free throw line. His first trip to the charity stripe. He line drive the first one and he missed it. Boy, Faribault has not done very well at the line. 1 for 4. You don't get there enough, you got to take advantage. He makes the second one. 5 points for Schrodt. As Ohm brings the ball up between the legs dribble. He just keeps dribbling between his legs, goes to his left, stops, pops, no good. Rebound, long board, taken down. Jamali almost lost the ball. That thing was at his ankles. Out to Schrodt, gets it over to Mederi. You try and run and have a ball at your ankles. That was pretty impressive. Vogelsberg passes on the right side. That was a two-hand chest pass. Mederi back to Vogelsberg. That might have been talked about at halftime. Over to Schrodt. Good pass right to the chest. There's a floater again, and he banks it in, does Vogelsberg. Nolan Vogelsberg scores his first bucket. 55-28. Eustace free throw line. Left side, 3 is no good. Rebound, Vogelsberg. That was a nice rebound, too. He went high up in the air, snatched it with both hands. Brings it across midcourt. Dribbles to his right. Eustace is on him. And he gets doubled and ends up with a deflection turnover. You want to pass it to open people. Ohm has it. Passes to an open person. They swing it on the left side. Eustace looks to dribble penetrate. Backs up with the ball. They don't need to be in a hurry. They're up 55-28. 9:15 to go. They just keep upping that lead. Ohm gets it on the block. Got knocked away. Gets it back under the basket. Shots up. Diedzik scores. He muscled it up and in. Dietzik's got 11. Vogelsberg underneath the basket, wide open. I think I could hear him way up here. Missed the layup, though. Did Jamali, he's a junior. This is Wellborn at the free throw line. Wellborn's free throw is good. He'll have another. Wellborn makes both free throws. He's got 2 points. It's 57-30. Pass goes to Wysocki. He throws it top of the key as Century is making some substitutions here Going to get some more people in the game, which is, they don't want to get anybody hurt. Moses Norwood's in the game, a senior. Norwood goes to the basket, goes to the middle lane. I thought he traveled. Shots up and in. He fell down as he was, I guess he got rid of it before he fell down. Diedzik scores. He's got 7 this half. And Schultz called for traveling. "19 turnovers now for Faribault. They're down by 29. Well, they're keeping it under running time anyway. 8:04 to go. You know, that's an accomplishment against this team. They rolled up 107 on Albert Lee. Here's a layup, and it's no good by Diedzik. Rebound put back up and in, and a foul's going to be called on Faribault. As Thompson scored. He makes the free throw, but he's got 9 now. Schultz going to get a breather here with 7:52 to go. As Coach Hildebrandt's going to get the young freshman in the game here for Faribault. Jacob Nielsen, I guess he's a sophomore. Maderi dribbles into the paint. Here's a long three by Schultz. Bottom of the net. He's got 9. 62-33. Wysocki goes in, throws up a floater, misses, tries to tip it. Rebound's taken down by Faribault. Wellborn on the right side to Jamali. Takes a couple of dribbles to his left. Bounces it over to Nielsen. Maderi will get the ball back at the top of the key. Now Schultz has the basketball, bounces it over to Jamali. Looks to dribble, penetrate, stops in the lane, turns around. It's blocked from behind. Usually that's a foul. Pass comes ahead to Wysocki. Dunk. He put it in an extra gear because he wanted to do that, of course. And the crowd for Century says thank you. 64-33. We'll back up to a 31-point lead with 6:23 to go. Wellborn looking to dribble, penetrate, kicks it in the corner. Under the basket, shot right under there, Jamali. He's got 4. They're trying to fix the net on the Century end. The young man jumped up twice. He still hasn't fixed it. And a Falcon does. So Century will inbound it. Faribault's going to put on some pressure here. Nah, they're going to pull it off. .6:02 to go. Eustace. Wysocki throws it back to Eustace. Also on the floor is that Moses Norwood, a senior. Wysocki just got done with a dunk in the middle of the lane. He shoots and scores. He's got 7. There's Maderi. Put a thumb up and he brings it across the big F logo at midcourt. Bounces it on the right side. Up top of the key is Schultz. Maderi trying to get open to get the ball. Schultz dribbles to the left side. 5:15 to go. A nice pass to Maderi. Missed the layup, but that was a beautiful pass by Schultz. Dribble right under the basket and just a gorgeous pass. Little bounce pass. Maderi, I know, is upset with himself for missing that layup because he doesn't get an assist because of that. I mean, I don't know if that's why he's upset, but I know I would be. Free throw is good. We have to select our Faribault Malika's Auto Body Faribault Crunch Time Faribault players of the game tonight. Maderi started like a house of fire. He hit a couple of threes. He has not scored till just now this half, as he hits both free throws. I thought he hit both free throws. Didn't he hit both free throws? Oh, he only made one, so he's got 10 points. My eyes are deceiving me, folks. 66-37. Elwood to Eustace. Ball's turned over by Century. It's just their third this half, their ninth of the game. As Wellborn has it out front. Pass it on the right side. Falcons are getting some substitutes in here too. Here's a steal by Century. Layup is good. Scoring is Ricky Wengert, a sophomore. His first bucket. As Faribault misses a shot, and coming back the other way is Century. Norwood in the corner. Looking to score here, Eustace. Norwood now has the ball, dribbles to his right. Here's a three, it's no good. And we're going to have a foul called on Century. In the game for Faribault is Riley Mason, a senior. Molly passes it to Wellborn. Now on the right side, Schultz. Back top of the key, Nielsen. They swing it over to Jamali, and the ball's poked away. Trying to pick it up as Schultz, and he gets himself a layup out of the deal. Good job to stick with it. That's the first basket off a turnover by Faribault tonight. 68-39. Melanie New Century's outstanding coming in, just 2 losses on the season. And early it looked good. Shots up, it's not good, but we're going to have another foul called. This one's on Schultz. Second foul. A couple more folks are coming in here. If the roster's accurate, is all I can go by. As Century passes on the Eustace, goes reverse and scores. His first bucket in the game for Faribault is a number that we do not have. This is January, isn't it? Here's a three by the number I do not have. It's saved in bounds, shots up, it's no good. I'm looking on the JV, I don't see a 31 there. I look on the 9th grade team, I see a 31, so maybe that's who it is. This is Riley Mason, the senior. Missed it. They'll have another. 70-39, Rochester Century with 2 minutes and 23 seconds to go. No, they've kept it under the running time. And, you know, you can't say that about Albert Lee. They got blown out by 56. You know, Nielsen, I thought, was that a shot or a pass? I guess I don't know. Century's going to bring it back out. Try and get some of their guys here, too. Should have brought 2 sheets instead of 1 to flip it back and forth. Sabir Ahmed is sophomores in the game for Century. So is Ian Vasquez, a junior. Their roster, quite frankly, is much easier to read. Pass goes on the left wing. Vasquez passes across the lane. Might have been a travel. I thought he took 3 steps. Getting the ball back is Ahmed. He's at the center circle with 1:42 to go. Ahmed dribbles to his right. Being checked there by Rashid Ibrahim of a sophomore for Faribault, and now we're going to have another foul. I think it's going to be on Ibrahim. We used to call those paper fouls when I was a kid because you got your name in the paper. End of the game. you give your buddy some grief over it, right? I remember. Yeah, Kosfeld, you did that, so you get your name in the paper. Well, I did get my name in the paper. As Faribault has it, right to left on your radio dial. Ibrahim passes on the right wing. That might have been a travel. As they get it over to Michael Wenway, the sophomore. They got double numbers on here. I mean, what is that? Shots up, it's no good. Rebound taken down by Century. And you don't have many guys in a basketball court. You have to have double numbers. Pass goes in the corner. I mean, if they have different numbers in the varsity than the JV, then the varsity should list their varsity number. The Century is just going to play keep away here and show some sportsmanship and win it by 31. Nope. Yep. I was going to say they're going to go to the basket. Yep, there he goes. You missed it. Rebound taken down by nobody yet. Good hustle that time. Nielsen throws it up the floor, but it gets picked off. It's too much of a rainbow. And now let's see if they just dribble the ball out. Final score is going to be 70-39. Rochester Century wins by 31. Faribault in the first 10 minutes or so of this game was right there. It was 13-10, and it hasn't been that close since.